in today's video we'll be reviewing or looking at this Kerno Model Shop model, and this is the LSWR 10-ton goods brake van. Mine is era free with the SR on the side, but it also is the Isle of Wight one. I think these have been out for about a year now roughly, and I like brake vans. I like to collect different types of brake vans in my collection, so this one was missing and it makes it quite a good addition. The product code for this one is SB003A. So let's get into review and see if it's worth the £35 I paid from this from Kerno Model Shop. So here goes, shall we? Starting off at the end of this road van. This end of the road van is different to the other end, which we'll get into later. But what we do have here is a small tension lock coupling by the looks of it. We also have some buffers in black, but they are plastic and not sprung. We also have the buffer beam and housing in an orange. Does have a few rivets on there as well. We also have a hook as well in black with a few rivets around it. There's also some small details as well under there for the brake rigging by the looks of it. Moving on up, we do have some bracing, some riveting as well going up to the roof. We also have a lamp iron, which I believe is separately applied, and the two at the ends are separately applied as well. We also have handrails, which are very delicate. All the handrails on this model are very delicate, so please be careful. At the top, we have some windows with some bars in, which have been printed on the windows, but it is a nice touch. And we have a wood effect as well going on the wood too that goes across. As we move to the side of this road van or brake van, depending on your preference, let's talk about the livery first. The livery is brown. It is LSWR, and then the Southern Railway came along, and this is the Southern version. To be more correct, this is a pre-1936 Isle of Wight LSWR road van or brake van. Like I said before, all the handrails on here are separately applied and are very delicate, so please be careful. We do have some outside bracing on this like we do at the back too, and we have crisply printed SR for Southern Railway. We also have the door where you will put your goods in there. I think that's what they were for. We also have a number of the brake van down below, which is 56046, and then we have some other lettering the other side near where the guard would climb up. We do have a footboard, which is quite sturdy actually, delicate but quite sturdy. We also have some axles and boxes and all that sort of good stuff, and brakes as too. We also have the wheels, which I think are spoked, and they are metal. Like I said, we have some handrails for the guards to get up again. The wood effect is in brown. Failing that, we have the roof. The other side is exactly the same to this side, but if you switch it around, the guard side is the other side, if that makes sense. As we move on now to the guard's end of this road van, again we have a small tension lock coupling there as well, which is in black. We also have some bracing for the brakes as well underneath. You can just about see it from this angle. We also have some plastic buffers in black. It doesn't bother me as long as it keeps the money down. We also have the buffer beam and housing in orange, I believe it is, with a few rivets. We also have a black hook in the centre, again with a few rivets around it again. Moving on up, much like the back, we have a lamp iron in the centre and two either side, but we don't have any bracing here. We just have the wood effect going on, which is nice. You can also see the handles too for the guard. Speaking of the guard, we do have a veranda where the guard will come in and out of. We have some glazing in there, and we have some bars on the glazing as well. I'm not sure if there's a stove in there or not. We do have a chimney on this van, which we'll get to in a minute. But failing that, it is nice, it is detailed, and it is a wood effect inside as well. I just don't really want to take it apart. As we do an aerial view on top of this road van, we do have the roof in a white or cream colour. At the four corners, we do have rain ducts to stop the rain getting on the people. These isn't any over the open doors in the centre though, just a little bit strange. But currently doing the research, it probably is correct. And we also have a black stove chimney on top as well, where the guard would be. Failing that, there's not really much to look at on top. And finally, as we do an underneath look at this road van, we do have some pockets either end for the couplings, which is great. If you want to change them, you can, that is great. But these couplings seem to be screwed in. We also have some metal wheels, and we also have the brake rigging as well. The metal wheels, like I said before, are spoke. It's a great touch. There's quite a lot of detail under here. Some I don't even know what it is, but so fine, so delicate. We do have Kerno Model Shop made in China under here, and then we have some numbers as well. You can also see some axles and springs as well to go with it, and some bracing too on the underneath. Again, we have them footboards. Again, like I said, they are touchable, but don't be too rough because you might end up breaking them, but they are quite sturdy overall. On either end of the van, you can see the buffers as well. So yeah guys, that's the end of the running session and the review. Before I give you my opinion of what I ran with, which was the Dapple LSWR B4 Dock Tank. I think it was in a pre-grouping livery. Rolling stock was a mixture of just random things I had, just to make a little train up. Now let's get on to the model. The model itself is quite fantastic actually. It's lots of detail. I think there actually might be some detail inside, but I'm not too sure. I didn't really want to take it apart and damage it in any way. Most things on it has all stayed good, nothing's fallen off. The footboards are sturdy, the handrails are quite flexible but stay in place. The printing and livery is crisp and wonderful. Like I said, I got this from Kerner Model Shop and I paid £35, and this is technically a pre-grouping guards van. It's a LSWR road van, or they've called it a 10-ton goods van. They do other variants of this. This is the Isle of Wight version, which I didn't know. I just thought it was all standard versions, but this is an Isle of Wight version. I think it has a few differences to the standard one. I think the frames are on the outside for the Isle of Wight, but I could be wrong. Had no issues. The wheels run quite smooth, quite free rolling actually. It does put a few other manufacturers in the shade, like Bachmann's South Eastern Chatham Railway Dancehall brake van. That was a ridiculous price and the features were crap, if I'm honest with you. But for me, as a person who collects guard vans, I love all sorts of guard vans. It was a must. Like I said, these have been out for a few years, and the only place you can get them is at Kerner Model Shop because they make them. There's no other names on the box or anything like that as far as I am aware. There was no extra detail to add at all. For me, it's a big thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope I see you in the next video. So please take care and goodbye.